Welcome to Hypnosis Today, the nation's first web TV talk show that explores the fascinating world of hypnotherapy. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I'll be your host, covering a wide variety of subjects to help you better understand the power of the subconscious mind and how hypnosis is being used today to help people achieve success, prosperity, and happiness. It is my pleasure to introduce my first two guests. Well, my first one is Lindsay Robinson, and she is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She's also a recipient of the prestigious Academic Achievement Award and the Director's Award. And she has with her her very special guest, Michelle. Now, Michelle came to visit Lindsay for a fear of success. Please help me welcome my guests. Michelle, I want to start with you. How did you find Lindsay?
I found Lindsay when I looked up the Hypnosis Institute. I take the 405 freeway pretty often, and I saw the sign, and they helped me find Lindsay when I contacted the Hypnosis Institute.
Wow. So that sign really lets people know that we're here.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about your fear of success. What do you mean by that?
I feel like I've always had a block that's prevented me from pursuing what it is that I want to pursue, whether career-wise, relationship-wise, in every aspect of my life. And I wanted to be able to find a way to be able to get rid of that block.
Excellent. Now, what was it like for you to work with Michelle?
Oh, she's great. It's funny, they say you always attract people that are like you, and I really think that this is one of those cases. You know, we immediately hit it off, and there was a lot in her that I kind of saw in myself, so it helped me as I was helping her too. So it was really great. She's wonderful.
You know what they say, Lindsay, sometimes we teach what we need to learn.
Yep.
Now, in order to get Michelle nice and deep, did you use any kind of a special induction?
What I found with Michelle that worked very well was what's called the reactional hypnosis.
Can you teach us?
It's an induction where you count from 20 to 0, and on every odd number you have the client open their eyes, and every even number have them close, so that as you get down to 0, you tell them while you're counting that, you know, once their eyes become so heavy that it's much easier just to keep them closed. They find it very relaxing to kind of slip in to hypnosis that way.
How did that work for you, Michelle?
It worked very well. It was a little bit difficult the first time. I couldn't get myself to relax. After that, it was a breeze.
You know, what you said is the truest thing. I say that hypnosis is just like playing the violin. Mm-hmm. The more you practice, the better you get. So you actually had to practice on how to relax. Was that part of the block, was not being able to let go and relax?
I believe so.
Yeah. So can you tell me what kind of method did you use? Because even as she describes the issue, Michelle talks about her fear of success being like a block. Mm-hmm. Now, if that's not a metaphor, I don't know what is.
Yeah, we went right with that. You know, we did some imagery with her in the early stages of her sessions. We created a special place for her, and it's more of like a haven for the client. So when we took her back to that, I had her create an image for the block. You know, touch it. What's it like to be in front of it? What is it like having it in your special place? And how do you want to get rid of it in your own way?
Are you telling me that you put the block in her special place?
Oh yeah, I had her create it, yeah, in her special place, yeah.
Tell me what your rationale is behind putting the block in the special place.
Well, I think it worked well with her because, you know, the special place is a place where nothing can be created or destroyed without her permission. Nothing can enter or exit without her permission. So not only was she giving herself permission to look at it, you know, in imagery state, but she was also allowed to get rid of it because this is her special place and it's not allowed there if she doesn't want it there.
Before we go to the block, what was your special place like?
Oh, it was magnificent. I'm not sure if I want to share it, but it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, safe, secure place where I felt comfortable.
And now, if you're comfortable, can you share what was your block like, having your block in your special place?
It's funny because she asked me to look around in my special place and to notice anything out of the ordinary. And I saw a brick block. And it was very heavy, and when I looked at it, I felt very heavy and bothersome. So she asked me to get rid of the block, and that's what I did. I threw the block away.
And that is a beautiful image, and we can all relate to that in an imagery state. How did that translate into your real life experience out of the hypnotic trance?
It's amazing, Lisa, because when I first got rid of the block, I immediately felt lighter. I felt like a weight had been lifted. Once I was no longer under hypnosis and I went to my daily activities, I felt like I was more motivated. I also felt a lot more focused, and my thought process was a lot clearer.
What was the biggest change?
Getting rid of things in my life that were preventing me from achieving my success, and taking the necessary steps to accomplish what it is I am trying to get to in my career.
Can you give us an example?
For example, one of the biggest things I was trying to accomplish at the time is to begin writing my blogs. And so the first thing I did, actually, within a day or two of the hypnosis, was actually write my first blog and post it.
What is your topic?
Health and nutrition.
That is such a wonderful, hot topic, but it's one that really helps people to achieve, more radiant health and have a better quality of life. What is the name of your blog, so we can all check it out?
It's called Michelle@blogspot.com.
Perfect. So tell me, what was it like before, when you wanted to write your blog, as opposed to after the hypnosis, when you actually sat down and you did it?
It was interesting because I would write these articles and I would never finish them. And like I said, within a day or two of actually finishing that hypnosis meeting, I wrote my blog and I published it within a couple of days.
Excellent.
So,
is it getting a good response?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yes.
Tell me more about your career goals.
Currently I'm working on my blog. I'm focusing on that. I'm also working with an older lady. I'm helping her accomplish her health and get back in shape. And I'm also helping some friends get back in shape and eat healthy. So the premise of my career is to actually help people get healthy through their nutrition and through their fitness.
Did it affect you anyway on a personal level, or was this mostly pushing through career-wise?
It's very satisfying to help people for me. I get a lot of satisfaction out of it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, the block is a very interesting hypnosis, and certainly something that I think all of the hypnotherapists may begin to craft or work around or begin to explore with their own hypnotherapy. What other things can you teach us, Lindsay?
Well, there was a very effective homework assignment I gave post-hypnotic suggestion that her venting dreams would help her kind of release and continue to let go of those things that were cumbersome and that she didn't serve her highest good. And the next week she came back and said how effective that was and how wonderful she felt about it. So that was really
Do you
good for
remember
her.
any of your venting dreams and what you were releasing? You can tell us, we won't tell anybody.
I honestly don't remember them because they are in my past, and I've dealt with the issues that I was facing. So once I dealt with them, I cannot recall them now.
Well, there was the articles. Remember you said you dreamed that you wrote some articles?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Absolutely. So now she just triggered. It was amazing because I had this dream where I published my articles in a book. And I felt fantastic afterwards. And I woke up and I felt really good and motivated and like I could accomplish anything that day. So that was a very good feeling, yes.
Okay, great. I want to go back to the beginning process of when you made the decision to go into hypnotherapy. Now, for a fear of success, people do all kinds of other ways of trying to move through that. What else had you tried before hypnotherapy?
I can't say that I've tried many other things, but I've spoken to a counselor before. I've tried to deal with issues myself, and that didn't work. So hypnotherapy was the most effective.
What made you decide to take that leap? Did you know a lot about hypnotherapy before you contacted HMI College of Hypnotherapy?
It's funny you asked that. When I was about 19 years old, I was a secretary for executive suites, and one of them had a hypnotist. Can't recall her name right now, but I was always curious. I always saw the clients leaving happy. They felt a lot more relieved. And I even engaged in conversation with one of them, and she said hypnotherapy changed her life. And so I was always fascinated by it. And when I saw the sign off of the freeway, I was compelled to call and find out more.
Well, it sounds like synchronicity to me. What did it feel like for you to be in hypnosis?
I felt very comfortable once I was in the session. I just relaxed and I let go, and Lindsay here made me feel very comfortable and spoke to me and held my hand through it, and she was amazing.
Sounds wonderful. Would you recommend Lindsay?
Oh, I do all the time.
Good.
I do all the
The
time.
best kind of client, right?
Absolutely. Lindsay, everyone's going to want to know more about your unique way of doing hypnotherapy. And I know that you can reach Lindsay Robinson on hmigrads.com. But it looks like we're out of time for this segment. And I want to thank Lindsay Robinson, and I want to thank your client, Michelle, and I want to wish you the most continued success as you should go forward unencumbered.
Thank you.
Yes.
I would like everybody to stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to meet another HMI grad and learn how he helped his client achieve career success. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome to Hypnosis Today, the nation's first web TV talk show that explores the fascinating world of hypnotherapy. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I'll be your host, covering a wide variety of subjects to help you better understand. And the power of the subconscious mind, and how hypnosis is being used today to help people achieve success, prosperity, and happiness. It is my pleasure to introduce my first two guests. Well, my first one is Lindsay Robinson, and she is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She's also a recipient of the prestigious Academic Achievement Award and the Director's Award. And she has with her her very special guest, Michelle. Now, Michelle came to visit Lindsay for a fear of success. Please help me welcome my guests. Michelle, I want to start with you. How did you find Lindsay?
I found Lindsay when I looked up the hypnosis